The world of modern horror. Few filmmakers rise as quickly or as powerfully as Zach Cregger, the visionary force behind the breakout success Barbarian. Now, he returns with a chilling new cinematic experience titled Weapons, a horror thriller that promises to unsettle audiences with a blend of mystery, emotional depth and relentless dread. From New Line Cinema and the creative teams at Subconscious, Vertigo Entertainment and Boulderlight Pictures, this film arrives as one of 2025's most anticipated releases, backed by an ensemble of powerhouse performers and a storyline crafted to provoke, frighten and linger long after the credits roll. At its core, Weapons is built around a haunting and deeply unnerving mystery. In a peaceful community that prides itself on safety and connection, a single night tears everything apart. All but one child from the same classroom vanish without a trace, disappearing at precisely the same moment. No alarms, no witnesses, no signs of struggle. The event is instantaneous, precise and inexplicable. The lone remaining child finds themselves thrust into a storm of fear, speculation and suspicion as parents, authorities and neighbors spiral into panic. The disappearance sets off a chain reaction of paranoia and desperation, forcing the community to confront the possibility that whatever is responsible may not be human, or may be something far more terrifying than anyone is prepared to face. Cregger's approach to horror has always embraced psychological unease over cheap scares, and Weapons appears to follow that philosophy. Rather than relying solely on supernatural elements or graphic imagery, the story digs into the emotional fractures that form when tragedy hits close to home. How does a neighborhood rebuild trust when every shadow feels dangerous? How do parents protect their children from a threat they cannot understand? And what role does fear play in turning ordinary people into dangers themselves? The disappearance of the children becomes a catalyst for unraveling relationships, revealing hidden tensions and exposing the vulnerabilities of a town that once believed it was unshakable. To bring this deeply layered story to life, Weapons features a stellar cast led by Academy Award nominee Josh Brolin, known for iconic roles across films like No Country for Old Men, Dune, Deadpool 2 and Avengers, Infinity War. Brolin's ability to portray characters grappling with moral complexity and emotional turmoil makes him a perfect match for a narrative filled with mystery and psychological suspense. Alongside him is Julia Garner, whose unforgettable performances in Ozark and The Assistant have earned her critical acclaim. Her on-screen intensity and vulnerability promise to bring emotional weight to the story as the community's crisis grows. Alden Ehrenreich, recently seen in Solo, a Star Wars story in Oppenheimer, adds depth to the ensemble with his grounded and introspective acting style. Rising star Austin Abrams, known for roles in Euphoria and Paper Towns, brings youthful energy and complexity, while Carrie Christopher adds emotional resonance in a film centered on the experiences of children and families. Benedict Wong, beloved for his performances in Doctor Strange, The Martian, and Annihilation, offers a commanding presence that elevates the tension and mystery. And Amy Madigan, known for her powerful dramatic range, contributes a strong emotional foundation to the film. Behind the camera, Weapons is shaped by a team of acclaimed filmmakers and artists who elevate the experience far beyond a standard horror film. Cregger not only directs the project but also penned the screenplay himself, ensuring a cohesive vision from concept to execution. His producers include Roy Lee and Miri Yoon of Vertigo Entertainment, names associated with modern hits like The Ring, The Grudge, Barbarian and It. Joining them are J.D. Lifshitz and Rafael Margulies, the producing duo behind Boulderlight Pictures, known for their work on breakout genre films that push boundaries and subvert expectations. Michelle Morrissey and Josh Brolin also serve as executive producers, helping to guide the project's creative direction. Visually, Weapons promises a striking, cinematic look shaped by director of photography Larkin Siepel, whose previous work includes Everything Everywhere All at Once, known for its dynamic, emotionally rich and visually bold approach. Production designer Tom Hammock, renowned for atmospheric world-building in films like The Guest and Godless, brings a meticulous eye to crafting environments that feel real yet ominous. Editor Joe Murphy shapes the film's pacing and emotional rhythm, ensuring that each reveal lands with maximum impact. Costume designer Trish Somerville, celebrated for her work on Gone Girl and The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, crafts looks that reflect the characters' evolving internal states as the mystery deepens. The sonic landscape of the film is another key element of the experience. Ryan Holiday, Hayes Holiday, and Zach Cregger collaborate on the score, blending atmospheric soundscapes with suspenseful tones designed to heighten tension and amplify the emotional stakes. Sound in horror is often as critical as visuals, and this trio's approach promises a haunting, immersive backdrop that keeps audiences on edge from beginning to end. What makes Weapons particularly exciting for fans of the genre is its promise of originality. While many modern horror films rely heavily on familiar tropes, jump scares, haunted houses, supernatural monsters, Cregger's style leans towards something more psychological, more grounded in human fear and behavior. His storytelling often blends mystery with slow-burn terror, where the unknown is more frightening than anything shown directly. After the massive success of Barbarian, expectations are high for what twist-filled, unsettling surprises he has crafted this time. The disappearance of children is universally disturbing, and the film uses this theme not for shock value, but to explore how communities respond when the unthinkable happens. When authorities find no evidence of abduction, when explanations grow stranger and more improbable, panic spreads. Rumors evolve into theories, theories evolve into paranoia, paranoia evolves into mistrust. Neighbors become suspects, strangers become threats, and the lone remaining child becomes both a source of hope and a reminder of loss. The tension builds as the town fractures under the weight of fear and uncertainty. The film's marketing suggests an exploration of the idea that weapons are not only physical tools but also emotional and psychological forces. Fear can be a weapon. Mistrust can be a weapon. Secrets can be powerful weapons in the wrong hands. As the story unfolds, audiences will likely be challenged to question where danger truly lies, in the unknown force behind the disappearances, or in the reactions of the people trying to make sense of it. As with Cregger's previous work, viewers can expect unexpected tonal shifts, unsettling reveals, and moments that challenge assumptions. The narrative may not follow a traditional linear path. Instead, it might present multiple perspectives, timelines or interconnected stories that gradually come together like pieces of a puzzle. This structure mirrors the experience of investigation, where every detail matters and nothing is as simple as it first appears. Weapons is positioned to be not just a horror film, but a cinematic event. New Line Cinema and Warner Bros. Pictures will distribute the movie, ensuring a wide release that includes IMAX screenings for audiences who want the most immersive and intense viewing experience. The use of IMAX promises elevated sound design, sharper visual clarity and a more engulfing atmosphere, ideal for a film designed to provoke fear and thought simultaneously. The movie is set for release nationwide on August 8, 2025, with international rollouts beginning the same month. As anticipation builds, Weapons stands out as a film that aims to push boundaries and redefine expectations for psychological horror. With its gripping premise, powerhouse cast, and the unmistakable creative voice of Zach Cregger, this film promises to deliver a chilling and unforgettable ride. For fans of atmospheric thrillers, mystery-driven horror and films that explore the darker sides of human nature, Weapons is shaping up to be one of the must-watch releases of the year. It's not just a story about missing children or a community in crisis, it's a story about what happens when fear becomes the most dangerous weapon of all. Through masterful storytelling, haunting performances and rich visual craftsmanship, Cregger invites viewers into a nightmare that feels both fantastical and unsettlingly real. And when audiences walk out of theaters after experiencing Weapons, they may find themselves questioning the shadows, the silence and the unsettling possibility that some truths are more terrifying than monsters.